Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WGL EU. We are almost underway with map number 2 for the night. NoMercy and Ding, two teams that have mostly inhabited the bottom part of the ladder this season. NoMercy more so than anyone else, of course, here being in 12th place. Ding, up and down season for them, but truly not a bad debut for them.
No, not at all. But I have to say, I mean, I expected bigger things from Ding. I heard a lot of hype about them going into the season. Everyone was like, who is this new team? They're going to do very well. And I think they did have the possibility to be on par with like a Tornado Rocks, who came into the season, absolutely smashed it, and now sitting in second place, looking very good for the season finals. But I think Ding had a rough start, kind of recovered towards the end of the season, and they still have a chance at the online playoffs.
They do. There's a few things that sort of need to be satisfied for that one to happen. But, I mean, NoMercy and Ding, I mean, we've got Meritorious and Snip, two players who sort of have played with each other before on Denial, as you said earlier. But we did, of course, catch up with the players from NoMercy to get their opinion on how they thought this match would go for them.
Ding is a new team in the league, however we face him in Silver League and go forwards tournament. It always be a great games, and I hope this game be also a great one. I think the biggest strength of Ding is not some tactics, but very skilled players. I think we must use some special tactics for them.
What are your thoughts on that one? Snip sort of saying that he doesn't really think Ding's strength is in their tactics, but more so in their players.
Well, maybe why that's where they're in 9th place right now, because I think you need both if you want to be challenging some of those top 6 positions. I would say it's definitely true. I mean, Diplomat, for instance, Pecusiat, Stoic, all being top players this season, and they just doesn't seem to have really fused together, this team. Like they've seemed to have come into the Gold League, Gold Series, just being a little bit segmented, not really getting the results they wanted. And let's be honest here, like they got Meritorious on this team, who's been, you know, going up and down, not really having the results I think he would want in other teams, for instance. So let's see how they perform, but I think they need more than skill to beat NoMercy.
Hocknick always has something to say about his opponent, so let's hear his thoughts on this matchup.
NoMercy is a good team with aggressive playstyle. Although this it's a last game of the season, there's no time for relax, and we have to be focused on the game. So just join us on the Twitch and cheer for us.
Ding have come off a very, very big win last week against Penta. Obviously, that tiebreaker was intense stuff here. He seems confident, says no time here to really sort of let up at all, and I'll be interested to see now what the sort of the crowd is saying.
Absolutely roots for it. So yeah. we saw the Kevin saying, cheer for us, and they are cheering. 61% so far versus NoMercy. People, if you haven't voted yet, you still have time to get your votes in. Head over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/WGLEU. Choose your favorite team by clicking the team logo and then enter your predicted scoreline for this matchup. How do you think this match will end? Send it off, hope for the best. The 3 fastest participants will be rewarded with a bonus code which contains 500 gold and 8 days of premium. And another way of getting involved is, of course, over Twitter. Use the hashtag WGLEU to contact us to ask our experts anything what's on your mind regarding the game, or maybe not regarding the game. We love reading from you, so get involved, and I love seeing tweets.
We know you do. We've definitely had some interesting ones.
Ollie was like, she's definitely going to say that.
She's going to say it again, that thing where, oh, let's Photoshop Ollie's face onto a tank or something.
I wanted to make him say
that's
it
right.
himself.
You could have not said it, but you like it a little bit inside. You like it, and you just thought you'd throw it in there.
If you want to do that, go for it. I'm used to it by this point. I expect it anyway.
That sounds so sad. We are always laughing,
Bullying,
and we love it. We really love it.
Oh, please. So let's look. NoMercy.
I print off some of them, by the way.
We've seen some around the office, actually.
Yeah.
Some of them are really good. Yeah.
Damn it. I didn't even see that.
Correct. There's one of us in the office as well. Actually, there's a nice one from Miji as well. The one we did us up. We've got him on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks for that, dude. Looks really good. Okay, so NoMercy. they haven't done much this season. Tested synergy, beat ASAP. That's about it.
That's about it, yeah.
So for them, they can still get off the bottom of the ladder. Here, of course, them and ASAP are both 5 and 5 in terms of their points, sorry. 1 win, 9 losses here, I mean, is possible. That's
such a bad ratio for those two teams. I mean, let's be honest here, I think NoMercy just had such a bad season. I think it just got from bad to worse, and that slippery slope is awfully slippery when you have a couple of losses at the beginning of the season. Of course, you know, NoMercy losing against Wusa right at the start with a tiebreaker must have crushed them a little bit. But anyway, they have a chance here against Ding. But, you know, if Ding hasn't prepared, like, ultra well for this matchup, they probably wouldn't have even turned up. They probably just forfeited this match because this is their last chance. And even then, they need to rely on Penta not actually getting the points they need against Wusa to go to those online playoffs and then to fight their way through a double elimination bracket to go to the offline finals.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Ding can't really leave anything up to chance by this point. And you're right. If they haven't prepared for this match, what's the point? So you can expect things from them, hopefully, that maybe we haven't seen before. Is Rafik there able to just dodge away from that shot coming in towards him? He has been spotted, but that's Diplomat again in the Borsig. I love that Ding really persists with this tactic, and it's been so effective as well. For the most part, at least on Himmelsdorf, we find that Diplomat, you know, sometimes he gets caught out. We often see him in this sort of D1 area sometimes in that Borsig, and he's unable to really do much from there. So, different spot for him now. His stats have been pretty damn good on that tank so far in this season, and it's definitely something to be feared when you see him rolling out in that beast.
I think Ding is actually a strong team on Himmelsdorf. Like, really a strong team that can beat the best. They did a 3-1 victory against Virtus.pro on this map. You just saw Virtus.pro crush Utopia in that previous matchup, so they can be a very, very good team. I think it's actually a problem with the map picks Ding have gone for. You know, they've chosen steps time and time again, and they've lost on that map time and time again. So I think Ding is a better team than that 9th place does suggest of them. So let's see, you know, if they can actually display this against NoMercy. Now, Diplomat, as you mentioned, great now, Waffentrager, really strong. As NoMercy do make the first move, they are going aggressive up the 8 line. They got a 5100 behind, though. And let's see what exactly that's going to do, if it's going to be a kind of second dimension which Ding is not prepared for.
Well, it's going to be a little bit late, at least here, as Jam. So you can see him up on the top of the hill, just providing a little bit of overwatch to those 3 IS-3s that have just muscled their way on towards this line here, of course. And important to point out to you guys, again, is that the blue side is actually Ding, not NoMercy. So don't get those mixed up there. Least of all our production team. So you can see now these IS-3s, they want to make their way up that 8 line a little bit more. This is NoMercy, of course, now coming forward. There's always a thorn in your side when you see that T-32 on that corner here. Smart move, though, perhaps, for Ding to sort of ignore him and push up?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think there's no need to take him down. He's just like a small thorn in the side, but I think it's fine if NoMercy just go forwards, Ding ignore him, and they just get the cap on the way. And you can see Rafik, though, is in a good position now in the MX-12T, sitting, hull down, not hull down, but just behind Matt PL in the IS-3. And this will just say to Ding, okay, you have to make the next move, you have to go forwards and actually make some sort of damage against NoMercy. Of course, you know, time is always going to be pretty low on Himmelsdorf. It's a pretty big map with a lot of obstacles. It does take a while to navigate them. And obviously, if you do want to go for a second move, you probably won't have enough time to do so, and that's what Ding is really relying on right now.
NoMercy now just grouping up here. And they want to make a push on towards Ding. It's Bakushat was the man sitting up on that capture point. One of the, definitely one of the more consistent players here for Ding over the course of the season. But has been shown to be a bit rash in some of his decision-making here, as well a few of his teammates have shown. Kenny Boy's pushing up as well. There's a little bit of that ammo depot there for Bakushat to try and hide behind, but I don't really understand what this positioning is.
But this is crazy. I mean, like, Fussy Issa could just drive around that corner, go straight forwards, and kill Bakushat. Because Rafik and Matt PL would just be able to peek and keep those two busy. So this is just NoMercy, not quite Ding even. Not quite, NoMercy even. The colours are switched around again. NoMercy not quite seeing what to do, where to go. And aren't really seeing an opportunity to actually go in and get this round in their hands.
Well, I mean, at this point here, NoMercy get free damage on towards Kenny Boy, I think it was. No, yes, it was him. Down to 322 for that push forward. Was very ballsy. I know they needed a reset here at some point, but Meritorious is now going to have to block any extra damage coming in towards Kenny Boy and make it so they can still use him at least to soak up some damage, or at least a gun in the game at some point here. As NoMercy now are just going to be sitting up on that 7 line here. Nevi and Shocker together, so is Matt PL, and Rafik is there. Time is ticking down though, and they have to get these resets right now. Rafik is doing so much work just on his own, getting this reset. Ricard does go down. That's the first casualty for this game already so far in, and Rafik is still untouched so far. This is bonkers.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Great stuff from Ding right now. They're really doing the damage.
I cannot believe it there. There it is. It's a capture for NoMercy. They actually made it happen there. They got chunked down a lot.
Unbelievable.
But they're capping take the 12-ton. A bit confusing because of the colours and stuff there, but Rafik there pushing up, gets the cap, and wasn't even touched.
No, I mean, that's the thing, you know, they had that MX-12T from behind, and you could see Ding saw their way in the front, did great damage, really put the pressure onto NoMercy, but then there was nothing from behind to get that second reset. That's why you often see, once you have that 12-ton in the cap, that you'll see the teams come from behind. I don't think really Ding understood that. They wanted to go that front engage, couldn't find it, and got absolutely destroyed with that capping pressure. So great play by NoMercy. A little bit of luck from them as well, that Ding didn't quite see what was the opportunity for them, and just some bad decision making from you know, putting all your eggs in one basket and not really seeing the whole picture.
See, the angle here of our camera, it's a little bit difficult to see where Rafik is next to that IS-3 on that corner. He's actually in front of it. And still, because of his small profile, it's a small tank there, he's able to avoid being hit, and it's all the tanks sort of around him. So, you know, at no stage Ding actually getting resets here. Surely at one point they must have realized, we're not hitting this 12-ton. We're not hitting this 12-ton. We have to get the reset on him. They don't. Look at he lasts 20-odd seconds here without taking any damage, because, of course, you've got Shock and Nevi up in the corner there that are putting pressure on these IS-3s. I mean, just to poke out and get a shot could be fatal for any one of them.
Yeah, I know. It's just, this is unbelievable. I mean, look at the time is just getting lower and lower. Rafik is just a beast, and you can see, I mean, this is super stupid stuff from Ding. I mean, they must be really shaking their heads. You got 3 IS-3s all trying to hit Rafik. One IS-3 even tries to splash Rafik there with the HE, and it's not like those IS-3s didn't have an opportunity to just go around that corner and get the reset there. They had all the opportunities in the world, and they didn't manage to do it. And I think, again, it's that thing we've been talking about, the IS-3's inaccuracy, and just not managing to hit that 12 tons track. Yep. So, I mean, that was just dumb from Ding, and I think they gave that round away.
Yeah, I mean, there was 3 IS-3s watching him, so it was essentially a 4v3 if you count the 12-ton here. I don't understand. I think it was Kenny Boy getting wrecked as he pushed across. Took about 1,100 damage there because there was 3 IS-3s looking straight at him. And where those IS-3s were sort of kept to try and move up to get that shot on towards that 12-ton would mean exposing yourself to 3 IS-3s. Maybe they were worried, they were already too low, but then what the heck were they doing on the G-line, on the D-line, should I say? Why weren't they coming from behind? You often see that as well, the tanks sort of filtering through across that line, but it didn't happen at all.
No, I think Ding, they should have just pushed around the corner and take down that MX-12T, even if they would have received a lot of damage. Those moves were just a little bit unnecessary for them. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If you take the Waffenträger, you don't have a tier 8 tank like an IS-3 to go forwards in a position where you can go harder and you can actually get that D-line completely safe. So, I mean, just didn't work out for Ding. Nice play that way. Nice play by NoMercy to go forwards, to want to put the pressure on there, put the tanks in the cap, and not go for the standard stuff as well, like with the MT25, and, you know, use that as a barrier for like an IS-3 behind it. Instead, you know, putting an MX-12 ton and then having the balls to put your tanks outside of it to deal with the D-line push.
That's right, and Ding were not ready for that one here, so perhaps they've had a bit of time to think about this one. Of course, that was definitely not a map they really should have lost. They shouldn't have lost from there anyway. From that position, it should never have happened. You can see now on our beautiful little mini-map the names of our players coming up. I like that. Nice little cute little change there. And let's have a look here as we can see NoMercy pushing up here, of course. We do have our sides and colours correct here. So, of course, NoMercy in the red are on the attacking side and Ding in blue are defending here. Stoics picked up the T-37. Diplomat still persisting with the Borsi here. And Ricard's picked up the T-32 to sit in that classic position on that D-line. NoMercy, by and large, here look like they want to be heading straight towards this northeastern corner, though.
Yeah, they are just going to go right off the hill. I mean, again, this is that second kind of iteration of a push in towards that northern cap. You can either come from the 8 line, which of course is more likely to be spotted from the 1 to 3, or you can come from the north, head down the hill, and push in towards the cap that way. So there's 2 basic variations to this tactic. I'm not, I mean, I like both. In my opinion, it really just depends on how the tanks in the north are set up. If the IS-3's in A6, it's going to go very bad if you come from the hill. But if it's where the IS-3 is currently for Pekusia, it's going to go very well from the hill. So right now, I have NoMercy tipped to at least get it very close to win against Ding here.
Ding aren't really ready for this at all. In fact, they haven't spotted anyone from NoMercy yet. The entire time NoMercy have been making these moves, they have done so undetected. Pekusia now, remember the IS-3 has quite a low sight range. Map here will be lit purely on virtual firing that shot. Yamto now sitting around for a little bit too long, does get lit. Fussy Eater also takes a shot from Pekusia out there. So NoMercy, instead of going straight on towards that cap, they do allow themselves to be lit. But they do take up a strong position, one not unlike what they used last round to great effect. Again, will they be able to force Ding on towards this one? The T-37 of Stoic is out of the action for now. He will be able to join. And 5100 there, always being kept back by NoMercy. They're not working him sort of onto the 8 line. I guess they're trying to keep him back in case Ding try to go for that 7 line flank to stop the cap.
So that was a little blind shot there by Diplomat. He's just seeing if there's a tank on the hill. That's what Ding are currently worried about. Like, if they push the 2 IS-3s forwards in 5100 peaks, those IS-3s have to deal with the capping tanks, whilst the 5100 is going to put like a hell of a lot of pain on them. That's why they're not going straight forwards. So right now, Ding has to actually get the reset.
Ricardo's about to cop it. He's going to go for the reset. Does get double tap, but only one does go through. Another shot from the IS-3 does help out, but there is a reset. Rafik now takes a big hit. That's something we didn't see last map, and that's a good way for Ding to try and turn this around a little bit more. Pekusia will take a shot. So does Meritorious here. And those 2 tanks there, Fussy Eater, and I think it was Nevi on that IS-3, are actually fairly unscathed, but there is the Diplomat factor. The Borsig chimes in with that big base cannon and takes a big chunk of damage out of Shock. And now, NoMercy have to regroup. The cap, no longer an option for them now, as you can do see 3 tanks grouped up here. Meritorious with a cheeky little shot on towards the fleeing backside of Shock. NoMercy going to go for a bit of D-line action here. Hope to get the overmatch and hope to try and wipe Ding from the face of Himmelsdorf.
That was super careless play by Shock. That was an individual bad play. That's given Ding away back into this.
Pekusia takes a lot of damage here, but Nevi is going to walk into this one, and Ricard is going to be able to put the shot on him. Fussy Eater's on reload here, so all he's trying to do is spot, keep the lights on, and make sure NoMercy are home to receive it. Shots, a lot of shots coming to those tanks. Man, seriously, these IS-3s and the autoloaders making things hard for NoMercy as they try and push around. Fussy Eater, though, is now off his reload. He can start making those shots over towards Mr. Ricard, and he will pick him up there. It's a 4v4 situation. This one could be close here. It is about 500 health points in favor of NoMercy. Nevi's a one-shot. Lucky Blast has no shots left, and he needs Fussy Eater to help out, and he does get a cheeky little shot through the window, and that is going to take the pressure off Lucky Blast for now. He'll have a chance to reload here, and Ding looking like they're on the ropes.
They definitely are. I mean, that was bad play by Meritorious to get taken down by Fussy Eater, basically being blocked in by Lucky Blast. So really, really tragic stuff for Ding. I mean, they've been given so many opportunities to get back in this round, and they just haven't managed to seize them. And as soon as Lucky Blast comes off reload in the MX-5100, it's going to be a very nice shooting galley for him onto QCA and Kenny Boy.
This is not convincing from Ding. You know, a team that we've seen take games off one of the biggest teams, Virtus Pro, namely. Now Ding struggling on the same map that they cemented their victory against the Polar Bears. Kenny Boy, Pekusia, and Diplomat, the last 3 standing. You cannot underestimate the impact that Borsig gun can have here. Turns Yamto into a one-shot. Nevi already is a one-shot. Fussy Eater and Lucky Blast, though. A lot of ordnance between those 2 tanks. A heck of a lot of damage to throw around here. Diplomat won't connect that shot. That's going to hurt. But Nevi and Yamto now on full-scale retreat. But have a look at the positioning here. All right, on the right side of your screen, it's Fussy Eater with 3 shots in the chamber. He can make life very, very hard for Kenny Boy right now as he is watching on that corner. NoMercy have a decent setup here. That's a hit towards Kenny Boy. Takes him down to that one shot. Diplomat is unharmed thus far. Brilliant. But he needs to connect these shots here. And if they're outnumbered, the Borsig is going to be cancelled out so easily.
Yeah, he's really got to be very careful with that Borsig right now. It doesn't... Oh, he hasn't shot yet. He hasn't managed to connect. There's so much damage going towards him, and it won't be long till Lucky Blast can just peek.
He does. And what is going on with Diplomat? Wasn't able to make those shots. The IS-3s played him around the corner so well. Fussy Eater is again out of shells, but this guy has had a lot of opportunities to do damage, and it has paid dividends right now. For Pekusia is the last tank standing for Ding. That is it. There was so much more they came around this corner with, but some great play from Nevi and Yamto have really taken the wind out of their sails, or the fuel out of their tanks, so to speak. And there's that final kill on towards Pekusia. And NoMercy, after a great start here, Himmelsdorf has been a super rocky map for them this season. Some ridiculous plays that make no sense, like pushing across the middle of the map from the northern side when you're defending. This time it seems a little bit more focused. They got their stuff together, and Ding had to be worried here because this is their playoffs chances potentially hanging in the balance.
To me, it seems like Ding doesn't have any direction, and I mean, like, okay, they're missing their shot caller. You can see Shockish is not in the lineup right now, but I still think they should be able to beat NoMercy. NoMercy just won 2 attacking rounds on Himmelsdorf. That's a really hard thing to do, and despite having not having a shot caller, like, let's be honest, NoMercy haven't been really that great this season. You can see they're also making mistakes, a lot of mistakes, individual mistakes, and Ding is just not capitalized on them. And I do say, you know, it's a very risky job not having your main man, the guy who's been leading you the whole season through better or through worse, not being there for the most important game of the season, potentially.
That's right, and he was actually in lobby before, citing connection issues as his reason for dropping into the reserve position here. So that's tough for Ding. They really need him right now. They need someone to step up into that position and assume that self-same role of rallying the troops and making the calls here. Of course, Hockney, you know, as the captain or spokesperson at least of Ding, is definitely a voice amongst the chaos here. But NoMercy can tilt them here. This is NoMercy with only 1 win for the season, only against ASAP. Yep. This is Ding coming in, super hyped up, coming in from the Silver Series. We're present in many Gopher WODs, respected by a lot of top teams. Guys like Tornado Rocks, guys like Virtus Pro saying these guys are the real deal, but they have to prove it now.
Yeah, I mean, even Team Supreme said they had a harder time against Ding than it did against Hellraisers on Lakefield. So it really does show you what potential this team has. But it's super unfortunate that the guy doesn't have the internet to actually sustain in this kind of situation. I mean, it's one of those unfortunate things where we are playing at peak times for Europeans, for Russians, when the internet's used the most. So we do see like quite a few teams this season having internet connection issues where they've even dropped out mid-round, and you know, that's obviously lost them around. 754 is not like a 742 format. Every single man counts. Doesn't matter if he's tier 6, doesn't matter if he's tier 7 or he's playing tier 8. Every single man counts. Every single man makes a big difference.
And interesting enough as well, Shockish is German. Well, he's from Germany, should I say. So, I don't know, struggling a little bit with his connection here. Again, he will be sitting out of this one. That's going to be, I think, Shock in the lineup. In his place here. So, okay, things change now, of course. With 2 rounds already in the pocket here for NoMercy now. They're moving on towards the defensive side. You've got to have some confidence about this.
Definitely, you're looking good for NoMercy. I mean, NoMercy has really nothing to lose. They obviously want to be moving out of that bottom relegation spot where they just drop straight out the season. They want to be going for up, at least having a chance to fight their way back into, of course, Season 2 for 2015-16. But still, it's going to be hard news. It's going to be bad news if they do lose this one. I guess they got a lot on line as well. So, I mean, Ding has a chance to go to the finals, and NoMercy has a chance to sustain in the Gold Series.
For NoMercy to pick up a win here, they essentially sentence ASAP to auto-relegation if ASAP don't beat Strong Siema. So it's within their capabilities, but it's going to be tough for them now. So NoMercy now taking things bit by bit. They have a goal in mind, of course, an overarching one to stay in this league and come back even stronger next season. But there are a few obstacles in their way. Ding being the most pertinent, the current one. And we can see that most of Ding have made their way up on towards his hill here, boasting those 4 IS-3s here, going the heavy lineup, of course, mixing in Holknick and Diplomat and the Borsig and 5100 respectively. But again, they'll be able to do what NoMercy did and not be spotted until they're getting up quite close. But you can see that NoMercy in the northern side on that number 2 cap have an IS-3 of Nevi, but he's not sitting back towards a window. He's right up on the corner.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically to defend that 2 cap from a 7-line push, and also he can go from an A-line push, so it's pretty good. But you can see Nevi is aiming towards a hill. Obviously, a very little view range on that IS-3. Still will find Mr. Rakar even. And, you know, that's going to give NoMercy good of that information. You can see those tanks immediately starting to reverse. You've already got a 12-ton heading towards the middle. You've also got an IS-3 there on the 8-line, starting to shift himself a little bit.
The extra IS-3 for NoMercy here, giving you a little bit of an early advantage in health points to be starting off with. And Rakar and Meritorious have both taken hits as they've made their way down that hill. So Nevi and Fussy here to Well, 5100 is now in position to receive this push. NoMercy already got the information they needed, and it's now time for them to spring into action to execute this set play and to make it nice and clean here as Fussy now putting some shots over in the direction of Murakar yet again. It's his second hit he's taken. He is in a good spot here. He can't hold down like other tanks can, but he can still move back and forth and get those shots up on towards the corner. He's waiting for a track or something to poke out, and they are providing him some targets here as he is able to put another shot now. This one over towards Kenny Boy, I believe. It's going to be a slow cap for now. It is not going to be quick. I think Stoik is going to be able to accrue quite a lot of capture points in that position. He's sandwiched up against the wall, and he is safe for now. NoMercy will have to push onto that part of the map to get him out.
But I still think NoMercy will be able to get there in time. You have got an MX, an IS-3 and the Waffentrager of Diplomat are just holding it back for the rest of the team. He does hit a good shell onto Nevi, and now NoMercy do need to respond. They do need to get a decap.
Yeah, and they're going to push on towards that one as well. They know that Bakushiat's on reload. Matt Piel and Shock are going to go forward. Lucky Blast won't be far behind as well. They're going to go for the sandwich up on towards his A-line. This has worked well before. Will it work well now? Mr. Ricard takes a big hit. Everyone's getting hit. Meritorious as well is down to a very, very low 2 shot there. Is Kenny Boyd now down towards the 1. He gets taken out. That's definitely causing havoc for this capture progress here as Nevi now looks towards Murakar. Does get a shot on towards him as Meritorious also found to be quite low. It's a slim lead for NoMercy right now in terms of those health points, but it looks like they have the right tanks in the right places now as Meritorious won't quite go down. Matt Peel will get the finish on him, but now he has to deal with Bakushiat head to head. Diplomat's going to round the corner and he's going to get taken quite low by that hit towards him, but he still will be able to put one towards Matt Peel, take him low. Nevi and Yamto still defending on that capture point. It's super close right now. The 4v4, Matt Peel did take down Diplomat before he could finish him off, and he's done so well to hang on right now. He didn't even take that initial shot from Diplomat coming around the corner, so he's done great to survive thus far. Mr. Ricard will drop, and I think it's going to be a tough one here for Ding. 2 tanks left for them, and NoMercy with 3 rounds on the trot. This is remarkable.
I mean, Diplomat needed to hit that shell. He needed to take down Matt Peel if Ding wanted a chance with Hulknick on reload. But Diplomat didn't manage to do it. Matt Peel was hulled down the IS-3. Shame we didn't get to see that one. And now it would just be Ding to lose this round. There's just no way they can come back unless Hulknick, now coming off reload, to be fair, in that 5100, just do the miracle.
Yeah, it's going to have a crack here, and Fussy does get taken fairly low. Hulknick gets the finish off on him. Yamto and Nevi are still 2 shots for a 5100. At least Nevi is. Matt Peel is low, though. Hulknick has 4 shells left. Theoretically, he could be able to finish this one off here with these 4 shots. You have to be fairly lucky with the rolls and have to be fairly lucky not to get jumped on it. Look, NoMercy, they weren't born yesterday. These players know exactly what they're doing. They've played enough pub to know 3 guns pulling at 1 is better than a 5100 here, as Hulknick wants to try and catch them out on their own. He wants to turn this 3v1 into a series of sequential 1v1s in which he gets the first shot. Let's see what he can do here. Hulknick last week with Diplomat were the top damage dealers. He's always found on this 5100. Often his team goes for those heavier sort of IS-3 lineups. He loves the autoloader here, but Nevi's not going to give him an easy shot. That's a shot sprayed from the Polish IS-3 player, though. But now Hulknick is looking for a shot that he can make without taking damage in response, and I don't really know if too many of those are going to be showing themselves.
No, there's no way Hulknick can win this. I mean, 2 shots against Nevi, and then he's got to do another 2 shots to take down Matt Peel. So he's got to hit all 4 shells, not bounce any. And he's also a 3 shot for a... well, he could potentially even be a 2 shot for the IS-3s. I mean, he should be a 2 shot for the IS-3s. So, like, Hulknick is, you know, stuck between...
He's reloading.
He's stuck between the buildings you see in front of us, the 5 buildings there. And he's actually got a reload to stand the best chance.
This is super risky. I understand the idea, but if NoMercy want to push onto this one, they can. Hulknick has 25 seconds left on a reload. It's unlikely that he will get pushed onto by the entirety of NoMercy. In fact, it's unlikely in general that NoMercy are going to push this one here. They can sit back. Nevi's a 2-shot. Hulknick, if he wants to start with him, it's not a terrible way to go. 5100s are those tanks that we've seen in those super clutch situations time and time again.
Up a while.
Yeah, that's right. And even Elian and Povil as well. Shanish. All these big players are known for what they can do on a 5100. It is one of the craziest tanks in that regard. So the shot comes in toward Hulknick. He takes that hit. He drops down to 370 damage now. He must push on towards Yamto to finish this off, but this is perfect because Nevi is a 2-shot and he's waiting right behind Yamto. Hulknick risks taking too much damage to push this one out here, and that is the correct response from NoMercy. They'll have 2 guns trained at that 5100, and Hulknick knows that he's maybe pushed up a little bit too far.
Well, Hulknick just stopped after he got that shot onto Yamto, and that cost him some time. I think Nevi would have been in a position to kill him anyway, but yeah, I mean, Hogney has to rely on a low roll from that BL9 for him to survive the next volley, and it just simply won't happen. Like, one of these two will get a high roll.
Super low roll.
One of them will get like a normal roll, so he's just going to try anyway.
He comes forward, one shot missing, he does get a shot in towards, no, he doesn't connect with Yamto, but he can still get Navy. The reload time is going to be with him right now. He's got 3 shells left. He can do this if Matt Peel misses his shot. Hogney, he might be able to do this. Matt does miss the shot now. Navy comes forward, but it's going to bounce. That is devastating for Hogney. He has to use his last shot to get the finish, and there's no time left. He could have had it, but he bounced at close range against that IS-3. You've got to be kidding me. Hogney would have to be kicking himself there, and he just misses out in that game. Takes it to 3-0 for NoMercy. Wow, how mad would you be right now?
Oh, man, it's just ridiculous. 2 IS-3
He had time.
I mean, he had time, he just didn't have the shells. I'm sitting here like, yeah, there's no chance, it's not going to happen. But it's like, yeah, it's not going to happen if 2 IS-3s from point blank can hit the side of a barn door, which they didn't. One of them even tracked him. So, I mean, Hogney getting super lucky there, and he could have had a chance. I think his best chance would have been just to go forwards and kill Nevi. Yeah. He was playing this whole side game, but he should just be more aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, he had 2 shots. He still managed to survive through that one there. Let's have a look here. So this is where Hogney was a 1-shot, as we put it.
Yeah, Hogney's a 1-shot, 368 to the 390 average damage from the BL9. So he's made that first shell against Yamto. He has a little bit of a game of cat and mouse. He goes across. You can see there's 2 shells. What annoys me is that both these two,
there was a low roll.
Jamto and Nevi, yeah, there's a low roll first of all. Well, these both should have hit their shells. Jamto and Nevi go for the first pixel shell. One of them should have gone for like, oh, let's aim halfway along that middle gap, so at least we know you're going to hit that. Hogney does that, but he should have just turned straight away and engaged onto Nevi through that right side so he can stay safe from Matt PL. He doesn't. Instead, he goes for the good damage against the front of the IS-3. Nevi misses the second shot. I mean, this is why NoMercy has been losing this season, because they can't hit the side of an AMX 5100.
That's it's not ideal, really. I mean, the shot from Hogney there, he bounced. That was devastating. Of course, time was running out as well, so it would have been a skinny affair for him to try and sort of bring that one back there. But, whew, got my blood rushing for a bit there as well. It's been one of those nights where we're just sort of cruising through these games. A couple moments there will get me excited. That was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, he had all the right elements in place. Sick player, playing a 5100. You know, his opponents were super low.
Yeah.
Almost Nikita, almost.
Yeah, it was a good choice as well for him to get the reload. I mean, he did find Nevi. Like he found 2 in that 2 versus 1 situation. He just needed another shell in that autoload to take down Matt Peel.
It's funny because he reloaded for that one as well. It's a bounce at close range, which, to be fair, is gonna happen if you're in a 5100 against an IS-3. It does happen.
265 penetration. Yeah, it's a lot, but an IS-3 is in IS-3, and that's why teams pick it.
I mean, the pike nose is angled in 2 directions. It's super hard to get a favourable angle on the front of that. That's why it's such a good brawler. Well, Ding find themselves in a very compromising position here, being 3 rounds down to NoMercy. Here's their chance to bring it back, though. Where do they start?
So, I mean, that was very close from Ding. I think they made a few mistakes. They got kind of carried away with that A-line push. Some individual mistakes as well. And NoMercy, 3-0. I mean, it's not game over right now, but I would say it's bad news for Ding. They have to work so hard. I mean, we've seen Himmelsdorf a lot today already, and we're going to see it some more in the next round as well, surprisingly. It's all been about that northern side. Like, every single time it's been playing towards that north side, which is the easier way to do it, because if you put enough resources along the 8 line, or you put enough resources on the hill, there's a good chance that you are going to be successful. You're going to be able to overwhelm them and take that cap, but still, it doesn't always work out every time, and I think you'll see Ding switch things up here and go for that western side.
I've seen this before. This setup from Ding, I've seen it before. It's the insta-nuke setup here. Yeah. They're hoping that Matt PL gets sick and tired of sitting in that position on G3 and sort of pushes across and then just gets completely lit up here. It is a fairly aggressive extension from NoMercy up on towards this map, as Rafik there was going to look for those proxy spots in the corner, anticipating some kind of 8-line push. You can see Lucky Blast ready to side scrape any shots there. But Ding are just sitting back here. You can hear those pings. That means that these teams are belting the map, just sending messages to each other saying we should go here or they could be here. Ding's got 2 tanks up on the hill as well, so they can spot things. They know if, you know, NoMercy are going to fall into their trap. They're reverting to a strategy that has worked really well before, but there's a shot coming in from Matt PL there. I think I was blind, as no one on Ding was lit, but still, Ding are on the move.
But it's not just about, you know, the instant nuke. It's also about, it's really normal to have an AMX-12T in the middle of the map. And if that MX-12 team spots that whole push out, then you know that the western side is where they're going to go, and you can set up for it very, very effectively. Ding has basically negated any of that kind of information. They can take that western side a little bit more easily, and honestly, like, they have a lot better chance now because they have been spotted. The IS3s have been spotted. They have to be careful, and they do need to push. They do need to push forwards along the 3 line, which is very risky. The 2-3 line. If Fussy Eater does decide to peek, and that'll really be on to Diplomat, who has an amazing camo value to sit back and make the shots.
That's right. It doesn't even need to be behind a bush or anything right now, just at a large difference. We know those IS-3s, the 330-meter sight range is pretty poor. Diplomat now wants to try and exploit that here, as he does have an IS-3 up front to spot for him, and he can stay hidden. Kenny Boy moving up as well. Matt Peel gets a shot on towards him. And Yamto now knows that he's got to be careful. He could get pushed onto here. I mean, the IS-3s, yeah, good armor, but that gun is so sick. I mean, for guns at tier 8, the Borsig has one of the very best. And Pekusiak will take a hit as well. So Ding trading quite a few hit points into this position right now. And we do see a couple of those IS-3s now in motion on a map from east over towards the west here on that G line.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. I mean, Pekusiak's in a good position, hasn't lost too much damage. Lucky Blast, though, exchanging to Meritorious. I like this position from Ding. They are losing a lot of damage, but if Diplomat can hit the shells, and if Meritorious lives through this unsupported, which I don't think he will, they will be in a good position. But yeah, Mary going down would be disastrous.
Well, and he's low, to be honest. He's a one-shot. Potentially Matt PL, though, is suffering the same fate by the looks of things as Meritorious. As Murakar and Kenny Boy are pushed up into such a position to get some damage down. But now Murakar is forced to turn his turret around and get the finish of Matt PL. Matt PL just fluffs that shot. I know he's trying to be cute through those pillars, but it's a risky shot to try and take. So Matt PL will go down. So does Meritorious, though. So trading tanks on either side of the coin here. But NoMercy have the health point lead right now. They're doing okay. Ding have invested a lot to get into this position, and they better make use of it, otherwise they're going to be in deep trouble, as Kenny Boy is the second to drop.
Yeah, this is going pretty badly for Ding. They've lost 2 tier 8 tanks. Matt Piala has fallen, one of the best players, with Mr. Akara's in a one-shot position. Jabto will secure that. And PQC as well got to be careful. And let's be honest, Halklink's not doing much on the hill. Rafiq's not doing much on the hill. Rafiq Strike even is not doing much on the hill. And Diplomat has been on those back lines, just not given an opportunity to shoot.
NoMercy have 5 tanks involved in this fight. Pekusiak is the only player from Ding who can do anything about this part of the map right now. The Borsig still getting in position. Halknik is way out of position, of course. Now he has to try and get there. Great shot from Diplomat. Drops Lucky Blast low. But without another gun to chime in here, he's still going to be alive, at least for the next reload cycle. Pekusiak isn't going to be able to poke out and get that kill because it's too risky. He might die in the process, and Ding have to preserve their numbers right now. Halknik is joining them, though. He's coming up now from the southern side, but he has to hope that NoMercy are going to fall foul again. A Diplomat, that's a big amount of damage coming away from him. It could even things up here, but Shock will still be able to get on towards him. I mean, it's going to be slim chances for Ding to bring it back either way.
Yeah, very hard stuff, and Halknik really needs to start doing work. He's got to meet the first player from NoMercy, who's of course Nevi. I mean, that guy in the IS-3 still 100% HP. You can only just about kill Nevi, let alone the rest of NoMercy.
And Halknik is just trying to get some insult as he suffers the injury here. Some shots coming away from him with 2 left in the chamber. He knows it's all but done here with 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, and they are the attacking side here, so you can see we have an idea of exactly what the woes of Ding are right now. It's a big hit towards Halknik and Lucky Blast, and Nevi even thinking of chiming in here. They are all one-shots, but Lucky Blast will live up to his name and get the finish on Halknik, leaving Stoic all on his own here. There's not much to really be done except for try and take down Fussy Eater, who was forced to repair his ammo rack earlier on, as he did get a big hit by the Borsig. But still, Stoic now, it's all he could really do. And these 3 big tanks looking at him. Yeah, I mean, Lucky Blast and Yamto are one-shots, but it doesn't really matter. It's a 12-ton up against 4 IS-3s. And that is all she wrote. 4-0 for NoMercy. Last time this happened, I think it was actually against ASAP here. That's the only other time it's happened this season for them to get these 4 rounds early on. They're looking a lot stronger today. Why does it have to come so late in the season, guys? Really?
Yeah, but it's also just Dig not playing well. I mean, NoMercy are a good team, and when they can exploit the weaknesses of another team who's just not prepared, hasn't got their shot caller, it does go well for them. But let's look at it like this, right? So if Ding win the next 4 rounds on steps, they will be able to pick up 2 points. Let's say they win the next 5 rounds. They'll be able to pick up 2 points. Or put them onto the same points. And that will be a really good thing for them if Penta doesn't win. They'll go put same points as Utopia, 14 points. And then it'll come down to the mini league between Utopia and Ding. Ding won 5-4 against Utopia previously in the season, so they'll win that one. But they'll still rely on Penta losing their game on Thursday.
And that's looking less and less likely now as we go with Penta, you know, again against Ding with those 4 rounds. It was a very close one here against. And Wusa have been arguably the quieter team between the two. I mean, going 2-8 up against 4-6, yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it's all the same, I guess, apples and
Penta
oranges,
should
really.
win that one, really. Like, Penta... I think for Penta, it would be really an insult if the kills... They're like, oh, the kills doesn't make any difference. If he left... and Penta doesn't even qualify for the finals or even the online playoffs, I think that would be a bad thing for them, really.
Of course. Now, Melly, the Polish team, up 4 rounds to 0 here. This is
It's
not
good to see.
Yeah, but it's not the Ding we're used to seeing at all.
No, absolutely not. But, well, things are going good for NoMercy. Not so well for Ding. I think the missing shot caller is really bad for them. I mean, it absolutely displays in the score. There is no analysis needed for it. So people, there's little time left for you to get in those votes. The vote will close as soon as we head into a second break. For everyone that don't know about our votes, we have we have a Facebook app on our Facebook page where you can predict the exact scoreline for this matchup and chance of getting bonus codes. So if you're right, if you predict the exact score for this round, like just guess. Sometimes it works. Don't be like, oh, they played this this score last time and the one before. It always comes different, promise. So people just have a wild guess, and sometimes your guess in the blue gets you a bonus code. So predict the scoreline for this matchup, set it off, and hope for the best. And the first 3 correct predictions will have a chance to win a bonus code. And currently it's 57% for Ding, so there's maybe a little bigger chance left if you vote for NoMercy and they actually make it. So people, as said, facebook.com/WGLEU, and of course use the hashtag WGLEU over at Twitter to get involved. We love reading from you, and we'll be heading into a short break and then see you hopefully back for the second map of NoMercy versus Ding.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WGL EU, your one-stop shop for all the competitive World of Tanks action happening in the European server region. My name is Mitch Leslie. I'm here with Oliver Maxfield. This game has been an interesting one. If you just joined us, NoMercy on the bottom of the ladder are 4-0 up against Ding, who are in 8th place.
Yeah, on Himmelsdorf, it was a true whitewash. Some close rounds. Schockish not playing, I think that's one of the main factors. A few other players from Ding complaining that they have some latency issues, which could have a big factor. To be fair, Diplomat's not been hitting as many shells as he's really wanted to and what we've really been expecting to him for him to do. Diplomat Meritorious also complaining, so there's all these kind of factors, maybe just excuses from Ding, but 4-0 down against a 12th place team, NoMercy, who've only had one win this season against ASAP, who are sitting in the 11th place position. So not what we expected from a team who needs to win this round, who needs to win this match, to actually have a chance to go in towards those pre-playoffs.
Now, Himmelsdorf was NoMercy's choice here. That was the first map out of the way, and they took that one 4-0. Not only is it very rare that we see teams come back, in fact non-existent this season, by the way, that we see teams come back from a 0-4 deficit. This time, I mean, I don't understand. Ding have chosen steps here.
Yeah.
Logic.
Well, Ding not particularly good on steps, 38% win ratio. I think it just came down to the pick and bounds. I mean, to be fair, Ding have been very close to winning on this map quite a lot of times. Like, their win ratio doesn't necessarily reflect their performance on the map. I mean, a win's a win, and you need to be good to actually win it, and that does say a lot about your results. But still, I think Ding do have a chance to come back here. And if they did win 4-0, if they did win the next four rounds, then go on the tiebreaker to win the 5th round and take the 2 points and still have a chance and qualify for the pre-playoffs, it would truly be a story to write home about.
There's a heck of a lot on the line here, Melly.
Exactly. That was exactly what I was going to say. Not that they have to win the next map, but also the decider. So they have to provide the fastest attacking round as well to choose on which side they're starting. So to have their comfortable side on the deciding map, which is, by the way, which map?
Mines.
Mines. So actually 2 maps to win.
It's a big ask.
It is a huge ask. Huge ask.
And we hadn't had a team during the whole season that managed to come back from a 4-0 deficit. So people, last time to get your votes in on facebook.com/WGLEU. As soon as we head into the second map, as soon as you guys see the second map, the vote will be closed. And let's see if we see more than one round.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting here, really, for Ding. As you said, it's the worst map. It's actually the worst map. So in Himmelsdorf, apparently being one of their better ones, and in the past it has been, as you said, they push rocks on Himmelsdorf against, I think against Virtus Pro, they were 3-1 on it. That was a weaker performance from them than what we've ever seen before. Now onto Steps, a map that is on paper even weaker than Himmelsdorf now against, NoMercy, who are clearly riding high on momentum. I don't have a lot of confidence really in Ding here.
No, I don't either. I mean, yeah, okay, this is not like a defense or attack bias map particularly, but still, one of the next 4 rounds needs to go to NoMercy for them to pick up the 3 points, move themselves out of that automatic relegation spot, and stay in the Wargaming League Europe for season 2, 2015-16 possibly. So there's a lot riding on this for NoMercy as we do head into this game. It will be NoMercy on the defensive side, so in my opinion, it's slightly easier to play in many respects as Ding go on the attack, and they have one hell of a marathon to jog right here.
Yeah, I'll give you the big tip though. NoMercy haven't played Steps all that much this season either. The last outing was against Rocks and they got the 1 round against them. They went sort of 3-1 down. I don't really know if they've performed much better than that all season, but all they need is that 1 round. It's okay for them just to pick up a cheeky one here will get them the win. That's just how much of a margin of error winning 4-0 on the first map can give you.
Ironically, actually, NoMercy's better side is attack, which is maybe why Ding actually put them on that side, and but we'll see if they can actually perform up to that kind of fashion. I mean, NoMercy, I think they have to play really solid tanks here. Not get carried away, just chill out. They got the T-54s to that right side, and I think they're just ready and waiting to go super aggressive. Rafik up north for that A5 spot. He's going to be seeing if anything goes into cap number 1. If he does, I think you'll see those T-54s of NoMercy just immediately start encroaching down that south, try and flank from behind, catch Ding by surprise.
The move is on here for NoMercy. They're all pushing towards the south with 5 of these tanks here. It's a bit more of an aggressive move than we generally see from the defensive side here. It's a big investment as well. giving up a lot of that space in that middle valley, or where they cap spot number 2 is. Do note as well, Fussy Eater is on the RU-251 here, so I want to do a little bit of sniping with that tank here and just try and keep some constant damage ringing out across the map now. As Ding have set up in that top corner, they've done this before as well, and they often push up a tank to leave there on the outcrop. They may not opt to do that this time if they want some more flexibility, but they're definitely looking to set up in the northern side of the map.
Yeah, so they got a good amount of cover from the south, and it's just a bit strange for NoMercy. Like, they're not going for anything particularly fast. I thought they'd be a lot quicker to the chase. Rafik, though, hasn't spotted anything out. I mean, the 5960, not particularly a great spotter in many respects, and not the greatest view range in the world. But eventually it's going to come out. You can see Diplomat trying to make some blind shots, and it will be only a matter of time before NoMercy is 100% aware of where Ding are going, and I'm pretty sure they are, as there's only one tank down south from Ding, which might just get caught out.
That's right, and while Rafik doesn't have the best sight range, he does have excellent camo, and he's only just now lit by Stoik. I think was pushing right up close to him. But here comes the attack from the south here, as Stoik forced to back away over that train line after giving Rafik a smarting hit. There's NoMercy now. Look to be aggressive here. Look towards Pekusiat. Shock takes a hit there as he pushes across. But this is a nice little overmatch scenario that NoMercy have. They can make something out of this here. Getting that 154 lightweight off the map early on would be fantastic. And Ding haven't even started to capture yet. So there's really no pressure on NoMercy at all. They're looking for Pekusiat, but Pekusiat wants to lure them into a trap. He wants to put them in a spot where the rest of Ding can get shots. But I don't really think that's possible now. Kenny Boy has to respond off to the right of your screen. Holding has to get in position right now because Pekusiat, he's dead in the water. He's done. And now Mrakar and Kenny Boy coming forward. Meritorious as well. NoMercy, though, got that overmatch. They got the damage done, and now Diplomat is forced to just try and fire some shells over at this part of the map, this rocky outcrop. But it's hard to make them connect. There's so much terrain features to stop those shots from coming down, and NoMercy look to be wanting to pull out.
NoMercy trying to get back to those really good defensive positions in J4. They can sit around those kind of rocks, those outcrops, those pieces of hill.
Oh,
but
that
great
was
shot,
a beautiful shot.
Great shot there by Diplomat. Misses his first one, connects the second one onto a moving T-54 lightweight. Really good, but actually clever stuff from NoMercy. Got a 3-stack of tanks ready to receive from the side. It does get spotted, and they have to push forwards because of it.
Good positioning here. Map Hill can still be involved in these fights. You got to get the damage down as Mrakar does take one. He pushes straight across here. Lucky Blast, Nevi and Shock looking at Stoik, but Stoik is looking at Map Hill. They want to get him out of the game as soon as possible. Well, Map Hill hangs on with a one-shot there. Kenny Boy takes a hit back towards him. Map Hill will finally drop down, but that's a lot of shells extra used to try and take him down. Nevi gets double tapped there as Yamto's looking for Mrakar, and you can see NoMercy just trying to make sure the focus fire works out. This is the difference between a good team and a great one, and Ding are doing well in this messy fight right now. They're taking the fight to NoMercy, and so far, so good. Lucky Blast, Fussy Eater, and Yamto now out, getting shot from 2 directions here. They've kind of walked into this one as Hognick trying to get across the field. Takes one shot. Shock, though, is going to have 3 tanks looking straight at him. That's that little localized overmatch that Ding were looking for, and they get it. They are up by the tank now, and they are having a bit of a health advantage as well. Yamto and Lucky Blast are forced to turn towards Kenny Boy, but Meritorious is always there.
Yeah, Fussy Eater just find Haltnik, which brings it all even to a 4-on-4 situation. And you can see that if Janto can get behind Kenny Boy, it'll be on a 3-on-4 situation in favor of NoMercy.
This is going to get very, very close as Yamto will get the finish now on Kenny Boy. Meritorious going to be looking for the finish of his own, but he's got to be careful. Fussy Eater is coming in from the side. Rafik can also contribute in this kind of fight, especially with Diplomat not able to really contribute, but oh my god, Stoik there. He's going to take down Lucky Blast, and Fussy Eater backs up.
Brilliant shot there by Fussy Eater. Amazing on the move shot from the 251. If you didn't hit Meritorious might have actually been able to get that first shell onto Fussy and then actually play the dance around the rock against Fussy Eater. And of course, the T-54 is just better in that situation now.
Fussy
2 versus 2.
May have just won the game.
Yeah.
Fussy may have just won the game for NoMercy now. Stoik has to deal with Rafik and Fussy Eater. Now, mind you, Rafik is an auto-loader. Yeah, he's not a hard-hitting tank, but against a 54 lightweight of Stoik, he can put out a heck of a lot of damage. No, Diplomat misses such a crucial shot here, and Fussy Eater's going to go looking for him. Has not yet revealed him. So he and Rafik might just try and get together and deal with the threat of Stoik right now. Fussy Eater's a little bit lower than Stoik. You can't go head-to-head at, with a protracted engagement against a tank like this. But Fussy now, he's broken off. He's looking for Diplomat here. He wants to try and find him, and this is going to give Stoik a chance to go for Rafik.
Yeah, well, Rafik really needs to run away. Like, they're playing for time right now, which is the clever thing to do.
Diplomat lit.
And Fussy Eater just sitting himself between him and Rafik, just making sure that he can buy as much time for his team. Stoik and Diplomat will need to take him down anyway, so it's just a great situation here for NoMercy right now.
Oh, this is intense. Stoik goes forward, does get the shot. The track comes out on towards Stoik. Where is Rafik? He's going to just back away. He knows he's got the time here. Ding have to finish this one off convincingly, but Diplomat does go down. He's not able to get the finish or the shot at all as he pushes over those train lines now. And Stoik, yeah, brilliant. He's got 933 points of health, but he has to take down 2 tanks, and Rafik has long since gotten the heck out of dodge. Stoik misses the shot as he pushes it around. Fussy Eater is holding on tight now as the Ram is going to be coming out here. It's a good reload for the RU251. He's going to bounce that one straight off Stoik, but Stoik as well will not be able to connect his shot. This is just more stalling. This is perfect right now for Ding, and Fussy Eater might actually be able to get there on top of Stoik here. Stoik knows that all is lost right now. He's not even going to bother, as NoMercy have done it. They've 5-0 Ding. They've sent him packing here. What an impressive performance from a team that has struggled all season to make ends meet.
Unbelievable. I mean, Snipper in that interview said that Ding's main strength was their individual player skill, but then you could see there, NoMercy managed to combat with that with some of their own player skill. Fussy Eater just playing out his mind.
Crazy.
Good little play by Rafik, good team calling, good strat calling to actually take him out of that situation, put him on the other side of the map, keep them safe, you know, play for that time, play for that clock. Great stuff there for NoMercy. They won on tactics, they were quick, they were inspirational, they knew what they wanted and they took it.
Incredible stuff. That last map as well was very, very close.
3.4k damage from Fussy Eater there. 3,381 damage and 4 kills to his name. I mean, let's be honest there, Ding were ahead. They were ahead. They're in the better positions. They were playing around. A little bit of a strange move for NoMercy to put those 3 tanks towards that rock formation. It didn't work out for them, but then Fussy Eater came back. He was just making shells left, right, and center. Took down, I think it was Shock, not Shock. I think Kenny Boy or Stoik, one of those two in the middle, took him down. Went 1 versus 1 because Mentorius won that situation. Loaded HE or got a higher roll, killed Diplomat and the artillery, and then even managed to take down Stoik on the way.
That was impressive. Some incredibly good
shots. It was
Hulknik
here. He managed to take down. He went 1 versus 1 against Hulknik and won.
And not just Hulknik as well, to be honest. He went 1 versus 1.
338 damage. That's great little bit of play there. He was using the HE ammo, which does
349,
which does 320. Hulknik was using the normal heat ammo. That's 240. This is the thing. Like back in the day, it was all about HE. Because the T-54 lightweight wasn't good enough to actually compete on a regular basis, it was just HE versus HE, and Fussy Eater loaded the right ammo and just absolutely obliterated Hulknik.
Very, very clever, actually, the way that worked out. I mean, Fussy Eater knew, going up and against an RU251, their armor is absolutely paper. There is almost none to speak of here, so using the HE, he will be guaranteed a penetration and the extra damage. And Hulknik, I guess, didn't have the mental bandwidth to stop and think and be like, I'm going against a 251. I need to switch ammo types here as well. And you can get there are crew skills as well that can that can speed up your reload time if you're swapping between ammunition and stuff like that as well. Like there are ways that you can get around
intuition,
this. Intuition if you use that. So there's opportunities there. These crews all have their crew skills. I mean, it was ridiculously close there as well. The 251. I mean, it has its uses. We saw it get shoved out by the lightweight meta. But now we've definitely seen it really come into its own in that game. And Fussy Eater, 2nd week in a row, top player for NoMercy.
Yep.
A single person guessed it correct.
Really?
Yes, a single one.
Probably Snip at home like, wow.
Congratulations. Probably
Shockish.
Yes, but
Maybe.
Do you think it would have went the other way if Ding were completed on their lineup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
Yeah. Definitely, you can't have a team captain who's playing the whole season and is not there, and other issues with the team in terms of latency. NoMercy playing on good form here. I think Shockish would have made a big difference.
Okay, and do you think NoMercy would have still won, or would have been closer?
I think it would have been closer. I think Ding would have won it though.
Okay, poor Ding. But yes, how does it affect the table?
Well, it means that Ding won't be going to the finals. They'll be playing a relegation spot. They won't be going to the pre-playoffs, which will then take you onto the finals as one of the 4 teams. They'll be playing for a relegation to actually see if they can go into the next season against some of the Silver Series team. I think they got a good chance there. Depends on how strong the Silver lineup is.
Well, I think not only today's match has made the decision. I think it's a performance over the course of the season. Just not picking up vital points over the whole.
Takes more than one match to decide a
whole
team's
line
fate.
of exactly 11 match weeks. So, well, yeah, people, 50-50% at the end. You even out the vote completely, and as said, only one person guessed it correct. But don't be sad. The 3rd chance of tonight is already online. So get your votes in for Synergy versus Supreme as our headliners for today. And as said, Facebook.com/WGLU, and vote for your team, predict the scoreline, and win a bonus code. But a break, as said, third match coming up in 10 minutes. Supreme versus Synergy.